Fabian, great to see you. How does it feel on the eve of the Premier League season starting, your first game in charge of Brighton? How are you feeling? Excited? Ready to go?
Yeah, very excited. So I think preseason, you try to build a team, you try to get your ideas into the team, but it's always something special when it starts and when it's about winning 3 points. And I think we will have a challenge ahead of us against Everton in the Goodison Park, and we are looking forward and we feel ready. Yes.
And going into the season, have you been set targets of what you want to, or the club want you to achieve, shall I say? And have you set targets yourself on what you want you and the squad to achieve?
So first of all, we try to push our limits, and we try to build on, or to continue to build on the foundation that was built in the last years here. And I know that the Premier League is very competitive, but I think when I look at our squad, the potential is there with our supporters and with the belief from the club. We can achieve something, and we can make this season a season to remember.
Is it maybe more beneficial that the club's not in Europe this year, so that you have more time on the training ground to really work with your players and implement your ideas?
There are always, like in football, advantages and disadvantages. So of course I like to train because you have more time on the pitch with the players. You can get more connected to them. You can try to integrate more your ideas. You can focus more on the process during the trainings week. On the other side, Europe is always a dream from every player and from the club, and that's why I think the club experienced Europe already, and they know how the feeling is, and of course they want to have it back.
Now, it is the busy season, certainly in terms of transfer window being open. Lots of stories, lots of rumours, but Brighton have been very active as a club, and last night you announced your 6th summer signing. Can you tell us about Brajan Gruda and what he will bring to your side? I can see a smile already when I mention his name.
So I wouldn't say he's a typical German. I think he's amazing skilled with the ball. He's like a boy from the street, you say a little bit in German. So he likes to dribble. He likes to have the ball on his feet, and he can do special things. Like all our offensive players, they can make the difference in an equal game. And of course, we need to give like Brian time. He comes from Germany. He's very young. It's a different culture here. The Premier League is the best league in the world. So we try to integrate him as fast as possible. We give him all the support and help he needs, like all the other players, and then we try to improve him and make him ready for the Premier League.
And overnight there was also now talk that Jorginho Rutter has been a target of the club. Have you got anything to add on that, or is that still an area of the pitch you're looking to bring in new signings?
So first of all, I'm very happy with the squad we already have. And of course, like, it's also our job to search if there's any player who fits to our profile, to our style of play. And of course, the character of the player is very important for us. And if there might be a fit, we will see what happens. But to negotiations or to players we want to maybe see in our squad, I will never say anything.
No, I totally understand that. Final one from me on transfers. Are there any areas of the pitch you feel that maybe if you're looking at the squad, now you said you're happy with the squad, but are there any areas maybe you're a bit thinner than maybe others?
I wouldn't say thinner. I would say, like before, that I'm really happy with the squad we have here, and we made some great signings. The players who played here before, like, of course we had like two players lost, but in the end that's the business from football. We try to build on the foundation that was created in the last years, and we have great players. We have great balance between like leaders on the pitch. We have like team players and also like creative players, so the mix is very good, and we will see what happens.
Thanks, Fabian. Appreciate it.
Having watched all your pre-season games and the players you've brought in, you've really arrived here to achieve something special, haven't you?
I didn't arrive to reach something special. I arrived here to help the team and to make the club successful. That's my job. And in the end, I love to work with the players and I love to improve them, because that's exactly why I do this job. I try to put in all my passion together with my staff, because in the end it's never a one-man show. I need my staff. I have great experts in my staff, and we try everything to help the player on the pitch and beside the pitch, to give him a good environment that he can improve, and that's my goal. And then the most priorities is always the club and the success of the club, and that's why my job is to help the club is be the most successful club they can be.
I know you've spoken about it previously, about your age, but you're incredibly experienced as a coach. But do you ever just get home and think this is all very surreal and exciting for you?
I don't have time to think about this so much. I can do the thing I love, and that's the most important. That's why I don't think about like the age or anything else. I want to challenge for every opportunity we get here, and I want to challenge this together with my team, with my staff, and I know there will be like a lot of challenges, but I'm really looking forward to manage them together. And that's why I don't think about like my age or what might happen in the future. Football is like a day job, so you have to win the day, and that's my job. I try to win the day today. I try to make the better players today, and then there will be tomorrow, and then there will be the game against Everton, and then there will be the next game, and that's like how my thoughts are.
The previous head coach would have a couple of players around every week for a pasta night to see how they're doing and get to know them a bit better. Have you got any special plans to get to know your players more?
I don't have a fixed appointment for them every week, but what I can say is that, of course, I'm a communicative person, and I want to get to know the players better. I want to build a relationship with them, but this shouldn't happen like artificial. So it happens on the pitch, it happens beside the pitch. The players, they have great characters. Some of them are like more communicative, some of them not. So you have to respect their individual behavior, and in the end you have to treat them individually. You can't treat them all equal.
In terms of the game on Saturday, how much do you know about Everton? Because if you don't draw them in a cup competition, you'll only get to go to Goodison Park once.
So, of course, we analyzed a lot of games, and I got some opinions from staff members, also from players who already played there at the Goodison Park. It's a great atmosphere. It's I think a game which will really intense, because Everton, they play really intense. They play very compact in a 4-4-2 shape. I think they have like two strikers with Correa and with Calvin. They are strong. Yeah, they are strong. They have like wingers with Neil and Harrison, both left-footed. They can make really good crosses. They can make good dribblers. So it will be a tough match for sure. But for me, the most important is that we go there and present ourselves as a team, and that we accept the challenge, and that we know what we expect there. An atmosphere, a loud atmosphere, maybe a little bit dirty atmosphere, and we should be ready for that.
And just finally from me, Sean Dyche is one of the most well-known coaches in English football. How much do you know about him, and have you ever met him before?
I met him one time at the managers meeting. I didn't know so much about him, but of course I know that he's a well-known coach here in the UK, and he achieves great things. So I have a lot of respect for this, and I'm really looking forward to compete against him.
Fabian, in terms of the matchday squad, is there any injury news, whether people are coming back or maybe available who weren't at Villarreal, or anyone who was available but isn't now?
So there are quite a few players who came back this week, but I can't say if they're already ready for the first game in Everton. So Purvis is back on the pitch, Tarek is back on the pitch, Ferguson will be back on the pitch. So they are great news, but I'm not sure if they're already ready for the first match. And I think that the squad who played against Villarreal, all of them should be ready for Everton.
You mentioned Evan Ferguson. He exploded onto the scene here as a young player. How promising is it to have him on his way back ahead of the new season?
So, for me, the most important for a young player, and he is a young player, is like his attitude and his character. And when I see him working in the rehab, like on the pitch, beside the pitch, that was impressive. And when we have like video meetings, he's really into it. So he tries to focus on the scenes. He knows what we want from him. He's very interested in how our style of play is, and you really feel that he wants to improve and that he's really into it. And I heard a lot of positive things about him. I saw a lot of positive things, and we try to help him. We try to improve him, and then he can be a really, really good striker in the Premier League.
Just one on Gruda. Is he going to be available to play on Saturday, or is it a bit early, having just joined the club?
So he take part in the preseason from Mainz, so he's completely in training. Let's see if he's ready for Everton, because in the end he's also a young player. It's a new land here. Everything is like a little bit stressful for him, so we have to take care of him. But I will have a talk with him, and if he feels ready, I'm also.
The club's announced that Ibrahim Osman is going to go to Feyenoord on loan. Do you expect quite a few more players to be departing the club in the next couple of weeks?
Yeah, I expect that.
Yeah, the squad quite big.
The squad is big, but we need this in the pre-season, because we had a lot of injuries, and we had a lot of games. We had a trip to Japan, so we needed like a big squad, and that's why it was very helpful. And I'm also very thankful for the players who come back from a loan, for the young players from the academy, because they made a great picture, a great impression. That's always very, very good for the reputation from the club, and also for the individual players, that they come back, or they come from the youth here to the first team, and they adapted quickly, and they improved and tried to improve, and that's helpful for their career, and was like helpful for me, that I have like this intensity on the pitch, so that they were really demanding to each other, and there was like a good picture what they made in the preseason.
And just finally, whatever the result is on Saturday, once the game is finished, what is the one thing that you want to have got from your players' performance in your opening game?
So I had a meeting with the fan forum and with the fans, and I asked him what do they expect from us, from me, from the players. And I think they said like one really interesting thing. They want to have the feeling that the players give everything, that the players they leave their heart on the pitch, and if they have the feeling, they will support us. And that's what I want to see also from my team and from my players, that they give everything they have, no matter. And sometimes in football you need a little bit of luck, you need the momentum in the game. But if I have the feeling that the players they push their limits individually and push their limits as a group, I always never judge them by the results. I will focus on the process, and I'm sure if you work hard and focus the process, then it will be good. And in the end, we want to make our supporters proud, and they should be proud of wearing the colors from the Seagulls jersey.